Well, here we are, the entire world in the midst of a global pandemic. It's crazy, really. We've all seen 100 post-apocalyptic movies and played through games like The Last of Us and Fallout more times than you could probably shake a radioactive stick at. But I'm not sure that anyone really thought that we'd be here having to deal with something like this. I hope you're all stocked up on toilet paper and bottle caps because they are 100% the new currency. All that being said, nerds are on the rise as the internet becomes everyone's new place of refuge, and that's what we want to talk about this week on the Free Play Podcast.
You are listening to the Free Play Podcast with Bubba Stallcup, Matt Warmbier, and Kate Katawaki, part of the Love Thy Nerd podcast network.
What's up, nerds? My name is Bubba Stallcup, and you're listening to the Free Play Podcast, part of the Love Thy Nerd podcast network. And joined with me, as always, are my co-hosts and a few co-founders of Love Thy Nerd, Matt Warmbier.
Hello, and hello there.
And? Who are you talking to?
Just all the people, all two of them listening.
One for me, and also one for Kate Katawaki.
Hello, thank you. And
Hey guys,
hello
how are we doing? We are in the midst of a global pandemic.
I know. My dinner is ready, and I can't go out there and eat it because we're recording this podcast. That's the pandemic.
I don't. Gosh. Sorry for your loss, Matt. I don't know what to say.
I've been up since 4:30.
oh,
Hey,
God.
whose
AM.
problem is that?
Mr. Starbucks.
Everybody's problem. Yeah, it kind of bleeds over, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You're going to be fine.
You'll be
For all of you that are dealing, and I mean, it's everybody. This is a legitimately global thing. We're not going to harp on it. We don't want to draw negative attention to it, but I think it's worth noting that COVID-19 is becoming a thing that is worldwide. At the time of this recording, President Trump has just now, like just a few hours ago, said, if your meeting is 10 or more people, let's not do that. And so, like, as things roll in, and whenever this podcast comes out on Friday, it's going to be 100% different. So, be safe. Whatever it is that you're doing, be safe. I will tell you that we are working. Love Thy Nerd is working very hard on a way for you to engage online, and we're working with a lot of different publishers and content creators and people all across the internet to come up with a really cool idea for you to engage with content. So be looking for that real soon. Whenever we have all the stuff, we'll blast it. I would like to say you'll already know about it before this comes out, but I can't guarantee anything because there are some other things in the world going on. But as Love Thy Nerd, we're trying to love and serve our nerdy neighbors right now across the globe with trying to help you enjoy this time that you have under either self or government-inflicted quarantine. So,
Yes.
But I think that's enough about that, right? Let's move on to something that's a lot more exciting, which is I want to know real quick how are the chickens doing?
my
Mine are
chickens
good.
or Matt's chickens?
Both and. I mean, this is the people want to know. I had somebody stop me and go, I did not realize at church. They were like, I didn't realize all of you guys had chickens. And so I
Who
think
said
it would be
that?
good.
About us?
Well,
The
oh
people?
yeah.
Somebody said that about
No,
us.
it wasn't Peepaw.
Somebody
It was
came.
Manuel Gomez.
Somebody came
guy-
up to you and said, "Can't believe I didn't know the three of you had chickens."
That yes,
a real thing
absolutely.
that
That
happened
was
to you.
that's what happened. His name is
Okay.
Manuel Gomez, and he's the same guy that drew the Rip Horpins,
Yeah.
the tombstone. It was
All
him.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, I just
So
couldn't tell if
chicken
you were.
update 2020.
Well, I couldn't find my chickens today.
Well, all right, Matt. How about you?
Mine are doing well. We've been letting our cat outside because we also have a cat.
Yep.
This is they're related. Because
No, the chicken and the cat aren't related because that's just not how it works.
No, this
But-
is
meant,
related
you meant that it's
to-
related to something else.
Got it.
Okay,
I'm just clearing it up.
Yeah, I
well,
was
because
con- I was
we
confused by what you
we
said.
just let me finish.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
I'm gonna let me finish. But
Yeah.
we raised those chickens. We hatched them in our house. They lived in our house for a good while. And
I remember that.
Remus, our cat, would always lay on top of their brooder box and like just hang out with them, like just kind of keep an eye on them. So they always come up to the door and kind of look in when we let them out. Like they hang out by the door, they look in, and Remus is always looking out, and he's always just wanting to get outside. So we decided just to kind of start letting him out because he'll just stay in our fenced-in backyard and he runs around. So he will he doesn't like chase them necessarily, but he kind of he gets close to them. Like they're friends, they're buddies. They get along pretty well. So yeah, they're all just loving life, loving the fresh air together. It's great.
It's true
Nice.
though. Chickens can have a cat friend. I have a friend who has a huge cat that guards the chickens.
is his name Matthew Warmbier? Because
No.
Remus is a monster.
The cat's name is Bob.
Oh,
Sounds
well.
made up.
It's different.
Yeah.
This cat is huge, easily the biggest cat I've ever seen, and it protects the chickens. Who would have thought?
Okay.
I don't have that here. I just have. Now I'm down to 4. Right?
I have more
4.
chickens.
I'm
than
down
you.
to 4 chickens.
I don't remember.
I'm down to 4 chickens. I can't find them right now. I went to look because it's raining, and I thought maybe they needed help, being
They're probably
motivated to
loving
get
it.
out of the water, but I couldn't find them, so they're out there. Also, California's on a lockdown because of
Yep.
a chicken disease. So we can't have any chickens coming in or out of California because of Newcastle disease. So
That's
get
a
back.
real thing?
Newcastle?
Yeah, Newcastle disease is a respiratory disease in chickens. It's very contagious in flocks. So
Oof.
Wow.
Pass. Thanks. though.
Keep your chickens away from my chickens if you don't mind.
I'm sure they'll have no problems.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really easy to do that.
It's going to be easy.
I have no update on my chickens because they're not my chickens.
I mean,
they are
just-
they're adopted. They're adopted. So
I don't. Adopt is the wrong word. They're more like
foster.
like my. Well, not even foster because then it's like I want them.
Oh, so they're
I
not
get
welcome.
nothing. They're squatters is basically what it is.
I feel that.
You get eggs.
No, there's nothing that I get. Well, there's some things that I get. They're creating actually pretty fertile soil on one side of our yard because they'll come and they'll eat all of the scraps that we throw over there to compost,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll just poop everywhere. So their poop is really high in nitrogen. What am I trying to say? Nitrogen.
Nitrates
Poop, yeah, it's
or
high in
nitrites,
poop.
maybe one of those.
Some
I don't
and
know.
something like some sciencey word.
Some science.
And what it makes it to where weeds cannot grow over there. So it just creates a really rich soil, and I'm down for that. But yeah, I mean those things are just gonna they like to go and poop at the end of our walkway, so that whenever the concrete ends and you have to step out, you immediately step into bird poop, chicken poop, and then that stuff is rancid. And then you
You gotta
track
be
it all through the
careful.
house or in the
Yeah.
car or
Mhm.
whatever.
You got to be careful.
and-
You don't.
Usually,
What?
good.
Well, I was gonna say you don't not know that you have chicken poop on your shoe.
You don't know until it's too late. That's what I was going to say.
Oh,
It's usually
that's-
somebody has taken
very
5
true.
steps inside, or we have
Yeah.
just gotten into the car and starting to drive away, and it's one of those what happened,
Yeah,
and so then
something's
you just have to burn your house down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's extreme at all. It's just
My
what
house
you
is
do.
mostly chicken poop, so it's fine. Just where we live,
it's 90% chicken poop. Yeah,
Yep.
Oh,
These
It's a
walls are
load-bearing
tough.
chicken poop.
that's
Solid.
been the chicken update of the free play chicken update.
yeah.
Buck, buck, buck.
You're welcome for that.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of chicken update, Kate,
Yes.
we have results from our Thunderdome poll.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So-
Which I would
uh,
just like to say before we even get into this thing, you are such a saboteur.
No, I told you it
You
was an
set this
accident.
whole thing up.
No, I didn't. It's false.
You said, and I quote ish, because I can't remember the exact thing, that you voted for me verbally on this
Yeah.
podcast that I would win.
Yeah.
And when it came time to actually vote, Kate, who did you vote for?
I accidentally pressed Matt, okay?
It wouldn't have mattered. It would not have mattered.
It wouldn't have mattered. But then I
It
told
would
you
have
about
mattered
that.
in my heart.
But I told you about
It's a
that, and I
moral
said it was
victory.
an accident. I confessed. Then to undo
Kate,
it, I voted
Kate,
for you
Kate,
on the LTN Twitter to undo it.
Oh, okay. No,
Wow.
but that's a net zero.
No, it's,
I needed you to create a whole nother Twitter account and then vote for me.
Get it
so that it
verified.
would have been in the positive.
but it wouldn't have met. Okay, here's the results.
If you vote one for me and one for Matt, that's a net zero. Didn't you take a statistics class?
we didn't work on this in class.
You didn't have Twitter stats? Okay,
Let's just
well,
hear the
next
results
time.
here, okay?
Here's the results.
You know
the
what?
question
Next,
was,
let's go on to the next thing.
No, the question was, who do you think would win in the Thunderdome? Coming in third place, Bubba with a 13% vote.
How did I even come in third place? Like this is, what'd you say, 13%?
13%. I was honestly really surprised by
That's
that.
terrible.
Coming
That's
in second
terrible.
place is me with 34%. It's very
How?
surprised. I'm very surprised by that. And first
They know
place,
it's just you.
You're
Just
wily.
you and no Steven. It's just you.
that's what we said on the podcast. Coming in first place with 53% of the vote.
I'd like
warm
to
beer.
thank my dad for his broad shoulders and sturdy legs, and passing those on to me. So thank you, John Thomas Warmbier.
JT Dub. What's
Oh
up?
man. Well, it's great to win, but I'm gonna tell you a story.
Okay.
We're gonna go back to animals real fast. I just forgot. My mom was telling me this. Some guy was not taking care of his pigs in Michigan. I know we're going back to like barnyard animals.
Sorry,
Wasn't taking care of
Classic
his pigs
Michigan story.
in Michigan, and so like they reached out to my dad and were like, "Hey, this man's abusing these animals, and we're trying to like press charges on him. Can you take these pigs?" He's like, "I don't really want to, but I guess so." My dad has a small farm. Like it's not like a big farm. It is a small farm. He'll raise like maybe 2 pigs at a time just for the family. So they bring these 7 very large pigs out to their house. So there's 3 boars. One of the boars is 450 pounds, and the back stands up like is as tall as the fence that they have out there. He's like, I don't know what to do with this. So he has these giant pigs at his house. That's all. I just thought you guys should know.
Oh, that's it? The end?
I mean, they're
Well,
still
you know
there.
what?
They eat a lot of food.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The-
this is
the
who
vets-
you voted for in the Thunderdome
They're
poll.
still there. Are you
Random
serious?
boar stories.
They're still there. Yeah, they've been there for
They're
weeks.
still-
Like he said he has to take out 100 pounds of food every day just to feed them.
Oh my gosh.
Like they had these vets come out and they're like, we've never dealt with any animals this large before. Usually it's just dogs and smaller. And he's like, so did you get them tested? Because like pigs carry diseases. And they're like, what? We have to do that?
Oh my.
So he has these
gosh.
pigs hanging out in his small farm. One of them died.
Oh.
This story, by the way, perfectly sums up the Free Play podcast. It just does.
Well, I'm gonna riff off the story a little and tell you 2 fun facts about pigs. One,
Here we go.
their gestation period is 3 months, 3 weeks,
Hold on,
and 3
Matt.
days.
Don't move.
What are you
Don't-
doing?
Go back to your original position there.
Screenshot it.
There we go. And done.
We'll post that on the Twitter.
We'll share that.
The gestation period is 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days, always. If they go a
Oh.
day over, the piglets are dying. Fun fact number 2. When a
What
piglet
if it's
is
in
born,
February? How do you judge? What do you mean 3 months? Like how many days?
3 I don't know. Google it.
Different months have different
I don't
days.
know. I
Guys,
don't
we
know.
have to fact
Standard
check
month,
this mess
man.
before we
Standard
put it on
month.
the
Standard
internet.
months. I don't know. 30,
Swoops it.
30 or 31 days. Fun fact number 2. When a piglet is
No,
born,
snoops,
it
not
has
swoops.
wax over its hooves so that when it comes out, it doesn't rip up the mom because the hooves are so sharp. And within 10 minutes, the wax is gone.
What do they do with it?
It disappears. God works in
The pig or the
mysterious
hooves?
ways. Here's 2 pig facts. There you go.
Did you know that turtles can breathe out of their butt?
No, I did.
I didn't.
Yep. Even the Ninja Turtles.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now what do you think of them, Matt?
Cowabunga.
I don't have any random turtle facts, but I did
I don't either.
I did watch you guys watch Frozen 2 now that it's out?
No.
Oh, I don't want to
Yeah,
talk
it's out
about
on
it. 'Cause
Disney
I
Plus.
freaking bought that a few weeks ago when it came out because my kids were just
Come
all pumped
on.
on it. I know.
Did you see it? Okay, so you've seen Frozen 2.
Yeah, I've seen it. I liked it.
Okay, Olaf just like rattles off a ton of like random facts in that movie. And I feel like I want to learn all those facts so that people like you think that I'm smart.
Well, I
First you
looked
should
them up
check
while we were
to see
watching.
if they're true.
No.
Nobody's
I'm not
impressed
into-
by a false fact.
Yes, they are.
That makes
That
it
one
not
you
a
just
fact.
said is true. I looked it up.
The turtle butt one? Yeah.
The turtle
Mhm.
butt.
Everybody thought that little kid from Jerry Maguire was so smart because he said that the average human head was 8 pounds. I have never fact checked that, but I've said it 1,000 times.
Put your head on a scale and find out.
Well, you're not my dad. I don't have to do what you say.
That's
so.
true. It's very
Hey,
true.
speaking of doing what I say, Matt, congratulations or whatever for your Thunderdome poll.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'd like to thank my dad.
Hey,
It
let's
feels
move on
good.
to what
It-
we've been playing.
I'm just going to say
okay?
it feels good.
Oh my gosh, here we go again.
Feels good.
Just go ahead, take your moment, Matt. Do whatever you gotta do.
Yeah.
It feels
We're here for
good
you. We're on
because
Matt's time.
I said you were wrong. When I said, you said Bubba was going to win, I was like, no, I think I'm going to win. And you're like, no, Bubba's so wily and he gets it done. I was like, no,
I said he
think
was
I
a
got
scrappy
this one.
little fighter.
Whatever.
I am.
And
to come in
you're-
last, that hurts. You feel good?
Well,
I feel hurt.
Kate,
I feel betrayed by the internet.
What?
Well, sorry.
And I specifically do feel betrayed by Kate because
Well,
I
that's
told
what
you, I
said.
did
Well,
my
100%,
best.
Yeah.
To correct the situation. At least I
No,
realized.
you did not.
Yes, at least I realized my wrong and made an attempt. What if I hadn't even said anything, and I never even
I would've-
realized
I would have known.
the thing that happened that I did.
Jerry
I
would have
least
known in my heart of
little
hearts.
kid lied.
know.
It's
I don't
10
think
to
he would've
11
known.
pounds.
Where
Okay,
did
what have
you
you been
go?
playing?
Like correcting
Google.
Jerry Maguire facts.com.
Google.com.
Yeah.
Google.com.
All right. Hey, let's move on from this. Let's move into what we've been playing. Kate, start us off. What have you been playing lately?
Well, I decided to take the other day off and play The Sims 4 for as long as possible, and my 2 Sims died. So
How'd they
How
die?
long did you play?
What were the names?
They died of old age. I've never had Sims die of old age in my household.
Really?
Normally, I just ditch them and take their money and like move another Sim out with their money, or I do the classic dump
Sounds
them in the
just like
pool and they can't get
Yeah.
out.
We have an episode of Kate's ways to kill Sims that was very dark.
That
Yeah,
was
it
a
took
long time ago. That
deep,
episode,
dark
but-
turn.
Was that an arcade episode or was
yeah,
it free play?
it
Do you
was an
remember?
arcade episode.
Who knows?
Oof.
But now you can't drown them in the pool anymore because they can get out without a ladder. So a lot of
That's
things
not
have
real
changed.
life.
It really hurts my heart that you know that, Kate. Like that's disturbing. And you voted
No,
for her
it's-
over me in this poll, guys.
Because she
Maybe that's
does
why.
what it takes.
I'll
She
do
does
what it takes. I'll take the ladder out the pool and you can't get out.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm starting to see. Maybe this is humanity's faith in me as a person.
Yeah.
I would
Maybe
like
it
to
just
thank my
means
dad
you're a good person and Matt and
his
I are
shoulders
bad.
and
Anyways, I was shocked when they died. They just laid on the floor and the Grim Reaper came. And I was like, what? What? This is how they die of old
Oops.
age? Never really seen it in a long time. So,
What'd you do
besides
next?
that,
did you get their money though? Like
oh yeah, once they croaked, they had a daughter. I moved into a dope house, bought the best of everything. I had like $200K.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Is
like
that-
the
is that
government didn't show
real
up
money?
and repo the house or
No, because I pay the bills.
oh, identity
They
fraud. Got it.
Always pay the bills. I was a direct relative. I just took the money and pieced out. So I
Interesting.
tried to
I'd like
take the
read
money
will.
and piece out while one of them was still alive after the first person died, and it wouldn't let me. So I don't know why I would do that. But anyways, I was on Reddit and I saw an intriguing thing about Red Dead where there was a very rare horse that was now in the game. And I thought, I'm going to go get it. So
Okay.
Like it wasn't in the game before.
it wasn't
Or
in the game
just was-
before. It was a PC exclusive horse that they moved to be available on PS4. So it's the warped brindle
Oh.
Arabian. So it's black, white, and brown. It's super dope looking horse. And I'm like, I'm going to get it.
I
It's
saw a
up
picture
past
of it.
the Wapiti Indian Reservation. You go to
Mm-hmm.
to the reservation, then you take a left, go up the hill. Actually, I take that back. Don't go up the hill because then You'll fall down the hill like I did when you try to go get it.
There you go.
I was at the top of the mountain. I looked down and I see it there, and I was like, I see it. And like I had the lasso out and everything. Realized
What's the name of this thing? What's the name of the horse?
Warped Brindle Arabian. It has like
Good luck
some of the
spelling that.
best.
There you go. No,
the best
Google
stats.
filled in the rest of it.
Yeah, some of the best stats of any horse in Red Dead. I fell down
Next
the hill,
to
scared the
Horpins.
horse next to Horpins. Fell down the hill, scared the horse, of course. Ran after it, fell down again,
course.
scared the horse. This happened a couple more times. I finally got it. It was the best feeling ever. And I put it in the stable.
So it could never.
What did you name it?
Kratos.
Okay. Go
That's
on.
a dope name for an elite horse. Are you kidding me?
I mean, I've heard
Okay.
that's probably up there. I mean, I can think of a couple
it's
better names,
D's.
but
Horpins, maybe just
Besides
a starter.
Yeah. So
Does
that
it get
was
much
really
more elite than Horpins. I don't.
no.
I don't know. That's a hard question.
Well, did you use it or you just put it in the stable? Like, what's happening
I
here?
just put it in the stable.
You didn't even
What a
use it.
waste.
I rode it
What
to
a
the stable.
waste.
Horses
I rode
want
it-
to run.
Well,
They're free
I-
range.
I mean, I was really glad I got it, but that was the purpose of me booting up the game. And then I'm trying to not play the game as much as possible. So I did the thing that I wanted and then I put it away. Right? It's called having good boundaries.
No, I don't like it.
Then I broke out
I'm okay with it.
Horizon Zero Dawn again.
Agree to disagree. Whoa.
And before
hey.
you say, Kate, haven't you played that game multiple times? And didn't you give it a 10 out of 10 Kates on the last podcast episode in the arcade? I talked about it when we did that because it's a 2017 game. Well, I'm playing it again. So Cry Me a River. If you've already heard about
Who are you
it,
talking to right now?
I don't know.
Not
specifically.
me. I encouraged
I don't
it.
think it's the same people that listen, anyways. So I'm
You had a very specific beef with somebody out there.
Hey, you
so
go.
I'm playing this game again.
Get out of here.
You gon' get.
It is still wonderful. It definitely holds up. Looks dope on the PS4 Pro. My 4K TV, not to brag. But if you haven't played this game, you should seriously go get it. And also get the DLC, Frozen Wilds.
I think I have this game. I don't remember. Maybe I passed up on it, but it was on
Probably.
sale for like. Oh no! I got God of War instead. That's what happened.
Yeah, it's very cheap now.
How cheap
It
is very
great.
cheap
I mean, you can get the complete edition for
Under 20.
for all of
probably
it.
for 20 or maybe 30 for all of it.
I think
but,
20. Under 20 for base game.
I didn't look it up, so I'm unprepared to answer the question.
That's okay. I have the power of the internet right here.
How much is it for the complete edition?
I will just one moment.
Slow internet.
Well,
here.
Avon
You guys
started playing that
continue.
not long ago because we have PlayStation Now for now. And
Now
that's
for
one
now.
of the games on there. So I was like, hey, you should check this game out. And he's like, I don't know. I was like, just try it. And he loves it. He loves it so much. He and Ezra went back to their room several nights in a row and made little, what do you call them?
Watchers. Watchers, probably.
What do you call them? How you say?
Well, they did make watchers, and Ezra also made the long neck one.
The tall necks.
Yeah,
They're so
tall
cool.
neck,
I
there we
love
go.
this game because it really like tickles the imagination. The more that you learn about it within the game, the more like intrigued you are, and the more you're like, wait a second. So it's a good
so
game.
they've been loving it.
Snag it.
Mm-hmm.
It has
Make
the
it happen.
recommendation of 2 children and me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, just high honors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So that's it. Matt, what have you been playing?
I've been playing my nightly NHL
$20.
games.
$20 hairs, everyone. Horizon
That's what I
Zero Dawn
said.
Complete Edition.
$20 for complete edition. Sorry, I had to get it in there. It comes with everything, which is really just Horizon Zero Dawn and
Frozen Wilds, because
Wilds,
that's the only other DLC. So get it. This is sponsored by, this episode's sponsored by Horizon Zero Dawn. Just kidding.
digital art book. You get a PS4 dynamic theme and bonus
Ooh,
weapons, outfits, and
Ooh.
resources. Asterisk.
Probably gone now.
Some items require gameplay to redeem. whatever that means.
Oh, so you have to actually play the game to get them.
Oh, I'm not buying it to play.
No,
thought it
it's
was
probably
real
higher
close.
level stuff. Come on.
I thought I had to like just wear them.
Which, to be honest, I would rather that. If you're gonna give me bonus items, don't give me an item that I use at level 1 that is then inadequate or useless to me when I level up. Give me something I can use when I cap or
That's
when I go full
Yep.
bore on it. That's what I would much rather. So if you're listening, game developers, do that instead of, like Blizzard
Instead of the
for
other
Diablo
thing.
3. You could get a Blizzard like insignet ring that was really great as you were starting out, and then just made it was trash. It was trash later on. So anyway, rant over.
Okay.
Matt, what were you saying? You were saying something?
Oh, I was just saying I've been playing my nightly NHL game. Matt Warmbeer's doing pretty well.
Yes.
Still in the first line.
Hey, is he? He's not injured?
No, I had to restart a game the other day because he injured.
Okay, got it. Smart.
Heck no, I'm not going to be out for that long again. You kidding me? So he's leading the league. He's leading the league in points. He's not leading the league in goals, but he's number 3 for goals in the league. So I feel pretty good about that. I'm just enjoying the fact I can play a quick game, 15 minutes, and then I go to bed to be up at 4:30. I mean, that's pretty
Oof.
cool.
Bleh.
Yeah. I also, Aaron and I played Marvel Champions on Co-optional. And
Yes,
if you don't
you
know what that
did.
is, about every other Friday night, Aaron and I will play a game and then give a copy away. You just have to like and share. And this week was wash your hands because why not?
I told Anna, like, that was just the best. Like, it's what if you were like, no, hey, we were gonna give it to so and so, but they didn't wash their hands. Just-
Yeah. Maybe I'll like make up a fake post, be like, yeah, so and so won, but they told me they didn't wash their hands, so hey, you won. Look at that. So we played that, and Aaron and I talked about it afterwards, and she's like, yeah, I can see why you like that game, but it's just not for me. And I was like, I get it. That's okay. I'll play by myself. That's
Yeah.
okay. We
Which
all
you
have our
can.
games that we all have our games that we like. But before this mess really ramped up with COVID-19, I thought, hey, everyone else is going to the grocery store to buy groceries. I should probably go to my local game shop and buy a game. Because
yeah, it checks out.
no, like I was like, I sat Aaron down. I was like, hey, I'm gonna tell you something, and I don't want you to interrupt me. I want you to hear me out before you say no.
These are the
Like-
conversations that nerds have with their spouses and other people close to them.
Right.
Like, hey, sit. I want you to take a seat.
Yeah,
Hear
think
me
about
out.
this.
Don't
Yeah.
shut me down.
All right. I want
This
just
is
let me
important.
finish.
So then
it.
what
Let me
happened?
finish. I said, hey, I was thinking that I was going to go buy a game from Louisville Game Shop, and she's like, you could see she's like, I was like, she really was.
Over my dead body.
You knew she was going to say something like, don't you have enough games, or you have a lot of games you haven't played. I was like, all right, hear me out. Everyone's going to buy groceries. We might be quarantined. It kind of seems like the road that's kind of happening here. A lot
Right.
of, even like this company, this business, Louisville Game Shop, they might have to close their doors, and like this is their livelihood. Like this is how they make it. So me going
Yeah,
there
get
and
'em.
showing I support them and buying a game when I normally wouldn't, like hopefully helps them a little bit. And she's like, okay.
Yes.
So I bought a game, which I bought the Lord of the Rings living card game, which
Oh.
is
Because he's an easy mark. Like Matt is on a like a one-track mind right here with the Lord of the Rings card game and also Marvel Champions, which
It's
are
fine.
both living
I've-
card games, which
I've
are both put
always
out
loved
by
both.
Fantasy Flight.
I can't help it that my shelves are filling up with Fantasy Flight games. They know that I like Star Wars. They know I like Lord of the Rings, and they know I like Marvel. So what am I going to do? I'm going to throw my money at those games. What I didn't realize is this game came out in 2011. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either. So I was talking to the shop owner. I was like, hey, are there expansions for this? I knew there were some. And he's like, oh, yeah. I was like, oh.
Yeah, only
how-
about 1,000 of them.
He's like, I was like, how many? He's like, just, about 50. And I was like, 50? He's like, yeah, there's so many. I was like,
Bag them up.
do you have any? He's like, oh, no, we only do special order those. Do you want one? I was like, I'll wait. I'm going to play the game first. It's good. It's definitely, it is challenging. instead of controlling one person like you do in Marvel Champions, you control a team of 3, and they all kind of like they're working together, all have their own like little special powers. You can bring out more allies or just kind of like cannon fodder, but
you have a fellowship.
You have a fellowship.
You bring out the whole
3.
fellowship. Who's your 3?
You don't.
Oh.
Well, I've only played a couple times. The first game, it was Aragorn, and
yes,
you have to kind of like they come in packs, and you can like not packs, like sets almost. Like there's like the aggression type one. There's like the book.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the words yet. So it's Aragorn, a couple horse bros. I don't remember their names. They're riders of Rohan or Gondor. I don't know. I chose it because Aragorn was one of them.
You're doing great.
Aragorn was one of them, and I was like, I'm going to be this team. So I lost the first game.
Oh, cool. Well, you probably played it wrong. If we're being honest, it's nothing on you, but the first time you play a game, you usually play it incorrectly.
It's true. I think I was pretty close on most things, just because it is similar to Marvel Champions. There are some differences, but nothing major. So I'm looking forward to playing more of it, and I'm really looking forward to Animal Crossing coming out later on. Well, today when you're listening to
this.
Should be out by the time you hear this.
Right today. So I'm going to be streaming and playing that for however long as I want to.
Absolutely.
And I think I'm just going to boot it up and start streaming and just dive right into it.
Just go. I love it.
Hopefully you have no technical difficulties. I'll cross my fingers for you.
I'm going to set that up earlier.
We're going to work through all that.
Yeah, we're going to work that throughout this week before we can do that. So I'm hoping that to start Friday evening sometime. And, we'll see. I think I'm off Starbucks on Friday. It may be earlier in the day. We'll figure it out.
Surprise.
We'll see what the world is like come that time.
Yep.
Maybe that's the push for you to get it digitally.
I know. I think I want it, but we're a 2-Switch family now, man.
Yeah, that 2-Switch family.
2 islands. You want 2 islands?
Buy
peaches.
I don't know, man.
I want peaches.
What if you can't
I want mangoes.
get it?
What do you mean?
What if you pre-order it at GameStop and you can't get it?
That's what we were talking about earlier.
Right. I will not put my full amount into it. Probably.
I bet if you pre-order on Amazon, you will get it. If you pre-order at GameStop, there is a chance you can't get it. But if you get it digitally,
can I just call him?
You want to call him?
Hey, well, I want
1-800 Animal Crossing.
Well, what if I can get the game Thursday night? Because sometimes I do those early releases. Jonathan Clausen, tell me if there's an early release.
You know what?
Now.
Here's what you should do. Pre-order it. Tell them, are you guys you're gonna close? I can't come get it. Put it under the mat, and then go get it from under the mat.
They're just gonna be a stack, like the mat's gonna be.
Just tell them. No, but don't tell them to put everybody's under the mat. Just yours.
Just mine. Just put my name on it. Okay, that's fine.
And if you don't tell anybody else, nobody will know it's there.
Well, I'll keep you all posted.
I think they'll notice.
I'll figure it out. I'm gonna call him tomorrow and say, hey,
just grill him.
Hey, what are you thinking? Give me the info. But I
think I'm gonna do mine digitally.
I did mine digitally.
Big mistake, you two, because you can't do other.
What do you mean?
Game stuff. Yeah,
we are a 1-Switch family because we're not rolling in the dough like Matt over here.
I did not buy the second Switch. My son did. He saved his money for forever.
Ooh, money bags.
And they all combined money. So there you go.
Well,
Bubby, what are you playing?
So I just got back from GAMA, which is the industry trade show for the board game industry. And it was a very interesting show, right? Because Wizards of the Coast pulled out and a couple other distributors and publishers. Pandasaurus pulled out at the last minute. But basically, this is a way for companies to get their product in front of retailers and distributors. And so you get to see stuff that's not out. We got to look at Elizabeth Hargrave's new game, Mariposa, which is the butterfly. It's a butterfly migration game.
Mariposa
And-
means butterfly in Espanol.
Ooh, that checks
fact.
out because it's a game about butterflies. Yeah, Matt is a butterfly right now, I guess, falling backwards. But it's interesting. Somebody asked me like, what is that game like? And my answer would literally be the same thing as if somebody asked me what Wingspan was like before having played Wingspan. Like nothing else I've ever really played. I don't know how to answer that question. Because it legitimately is a migration game. So it doesn't sound fun. Again, this is Elizabeth Hargrave's like forte. This is what she's good at. It's her superpower. Taking
Butterfly
games
in
that
the
wouldn't.
sky.
Ooh, I can fly twice the sky.
Don't get a flag.
Look, it's in a book. Well, I won't say what it is.
Well, it's Reading Rainbow.
Oh crap! Here we go. But anyway, the butterfly, yeah, Mariposa. So anyway, like it's a really great game that has amazing mechanics, and she's really good at doing that. Taking this very like unassuming, very soft theme and turning it into a really good game. The board is freaking huge. And just the way that you reproduce and all sorts of stuff like that. It's an awesome game that's still in development. Like it's they're kind of playtesting the very final stages of it, and then it'll go to production.
Sweet.
But it's going to be great. You're going to want to get your hands on it if you liked anything about Wingspan. That's actually being put out by AEG, Alderac Entertainment Games. But that particular game was actually started before Wingspan. Like they signed her for that before Wingspan was a thing. And then Wingspan came out and they're like, all right, yeah, let's ride these coattails. So they're pretty excited about how Wingspan did. What else have I been playing? Oh, I played tons of Deliverance. And I don't know if you guys have heard us talk about that before or not, but Deliverance is a Christian fantasy dungeon crawler. And every time the designer, Andrew Lowen, would say that to somebody, they would say, it's a what now? And that was perfect because he loves that, right? So you play the angels of God that are in this small town space battling against the demons that are trying to, influence and oppress the people of the town. And it's super dope. There's a lot about the game that is in the process of changing, but we got to play. I probably played 7 games of that while we were there. Just a ton of it. And so that game is going to be coming to Kickstarter probably within the next 6 to 8 months, depending on, the current climate of the world. But that's going to be a great one. And we're going to push the bejeez out of that game because it's just so fun. Like Matt and I are playtesting for it. And it's a great game. You're going to want to keep an eye out for that. I also played a game called Ripple Rush, which honestly it's a roll and write game, which is really cool. You just roll a die and it has a shape and a color on it, and then you write the number. Or no, you flip a card. I'm sorry, you don't roll. It's a flip and write. So you flip the card. It has a shape and a number. You write it if you can. If not, everybody else gets a chance to write it. It is not a difficult game, but I really like those roll and write, flip and write kind of puzzle games where it's random, but I have control over where I put the thing. I really like Railroad Inc. does a really great job of that. Just that roll and write aspect. Also played another game called Filler by Green Couch Games, and that is a set collection game where you are a baker, and so you have initiative in that game. Like who goes first is designated by which card you play at the very beginning. And they each have different times on them. So if you play the earliest time, then you get to do all the actions and take all the actions first. Long story short, you're just trying to collect, these cards from like a buying pool, basically. If you have the ingredients to make the cake or the pastry, you get to take the card, and then it's whoever has the most victory points at the end of the game wins. Very simple, really quick, fun game. And I had the opportunity to play those last 2 games, Ripple Rush and Filler, with some really cool people in the industry. So if you've heard of Glory Hound, she's got a channel where she does a lot of Kickstarter reviews. Matt and I had a chance to meet her at PAX East. But she has a really cool channel. Just go look up Glory Hound and we'll have the information here. And then I also got to meet Dan, who Dan is, if you guys have ever, been on the internet and searched for board game reviews or how to plays and stuff like that, he is the Game Boy geek. And if you search on Miniature Market, if you shop there, he's the guy who does all of the content basically for Miniature Market. So it was really cool just to sit down and get to play games with those people and meet a lot of other people in the industry. Got to play Deliverance with Sam Healy, formerly of the Dice Tower, and now with Mythic Games. Got to sit down with our good buddy Jesse Anderson, Quackalope, and met a lot of other great people in the industry from varying places.
Well,
and
you know what the best part was of that whole thing, of everything you just said, and about this gamma thing?
No, I don't.
Is that you stayed at the Peppermill?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I did not mean to bury the lead. So Kate, we were talking about this, and Kate stayed at the Peppermill when you did a gig in Reno.
I stayed at the Peppermill for like 2 weeks.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Gosh, I stayed at the Peppermill for 2 weeks because we were doing production rehearsals at the Lawler Event Center in Reno.
Oh man.
So I was there for
Reno is weird. Like,
the biggest little city. I told you, it's what they say.
They should just say the Peppermill is the biggest little city because it's its own ecosystem. Like it is basically. For 4 days, I didn't go outside because I didn't have to. Like, what was the point? No,
they got all the smoke in there. They got everything you ever need inside the Peppermill.
They freaking do, and you have to walk through all of it. Like, it would be, this is a no smoking area, and then adjacent to it in open air is a smoking area. And I'm like,
it's so funny. Oh my god.
How does that work?
It's so funny. And I told you to go to the kids arcade to see where I won 2 back-to-back jackpots, and you said you did not.
Oh.
No, I did. I went, but every time we went, it was like they were closed.
There's probably no kids there. That's why.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there was a lot of games there.
Before. You were the kid.
But this was during, like, the coronavirus and all that mess was starting to really, speed up here in the States. And I'm just not a huge fan of going and putting my hands out on all these things that are probably not cleaned, No,
I didn't say you had to play anything. I just said to just go there where I had my biggest victory, and that's all.
Well, you think I'm going to go to the arcade and not play games? What are you, crazy? You some sort of crazy person? Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't recommend it because the odds are probably pretty high that you could replicate my jackpots. I don't know.
100%.
It would just be my worst nightmare.
Kate sent me.
It would be my worst nightmare if you went there and I told you to go there and look at where one of my life victories happened, and then you also did it or did better. That would make me really upset.
Well,
yeah, good. Just stay away, okay?
Wait.
Don't
go. Actually, don't go.
It's freaking coming for sure.
Don't go.
Although, like, with all this stuff going on, Matt and I were at PAX East, and then also going to Gamma. I'm pretty sure my liver's going to shut down from all of the hand sanitizer that I've been using. Like, it is
more hand sanitizer.
What, have you been putting it in your mouth or what? If you
no,
put
so
it in your mouth,
when you rub stuff on your hand, you guys hear me doing this with my hands. When you rub stuff on your hands, your skin absorbs it, and your body has to process all that stuff, and it goes through your liver. So,
well,
there you go.
It's better to put
There's
on your
my
hands
science fact for the day.
Than what my friend did, where he was in Mexico. He accidentally rinsed his mouth with the water after he brushed his teeth. He's such a germaphobe. He was freaked out about the water, so he put hand sanitizer in his mouth and swallowed it to cleanse the water.
That's
I know. I said
that.
I can't remember if I've said this story on here or not, but there it is. There's a what not to do with the hand sanitizer. Don't put it in your mouth. This is a grown adult that did that.
It was a grown adult. God rest his soul. Yeah,
you hear the adult body, but
it's like a Tom Hanks big situation, which again, that's not a. I said Tom Hanks. That wasn't. I wasn't going there. This has nothing to do with COVID.
Grandpa, is he? America's grandpa or America's dad?
America's Gamby.
He's Wilson's. Yeah. He's Wilson's dad.
Wilson's dad.
Yeah. Well, those are just a few of the games that we've been playing. And honestly, at Gamma, we played so many other games and did a lot of other things. I got to play like Mint Control, which is, I think it's on Kickstarter right now if it's not already done. Played a lot of like prototype stuff. Saw a lot of things. There's a lot of really cool stuff coming out if we can get it to come out, honestly. But probably what's going to happen is I'm going to be playing a lot more video games soon.
Yes.
And Matt is playing with his Matt's playing with his brand new video switcher, which you guys can't see because this is a podcast, and he's just blinking in and out.
Prepare yourself.
Well,
You'll see it on the Animal Crossing stream.
Hey, Kate, you wanted to talk about something really quick. Usually we don't have a main topic, but Kate couldn't not talk about.
No, that's not true. Matt said it.
Matt could not talk about.
I brought it to Kate's attention.
Yes.
What I'm really trying to say is I'm going to talk about this, but these are the ones that really wanted to talk about it. So if you don't like it, you know who to take it up with. You're 1 and 2 of the Thunderdome.
I'd like to thank my dad.
Get out of here. All right, Kate, take us away.
Well, and let me say, this is not just because I'm playing this game, but this is really a thing that happened.
It worked out that way.
It just worked out that way. People are angry about Horizon Zero Dawn, which is a PS4 exclusive, now coming to PC.
Okay.
So
they're really angry.
They're really angry.
Like they feel betrayed.
Yeah. People are literally saying, I feel betrayed because this PS4 exclusive is coming to PC.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. That's why we're going to discuss it and see if we can solve the problem. But somebody posted a video on Twitter where they were filming like their PC game room area. And after they'd completely destroyed their PC, like it was on the ground, like smashed. At least the display was. And along with it was a tweet saying, "Great way to spend my birthday. Thanks for nothing at PlayStation at Guerrilla Games."
I didn't think that video made any sense at all. Like
I know. It's like, why did you smash it?
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you smash any of your gear because a PS4 exclusive game is coming to PC? If anything, I'm happy about that because then more people can play this awesome game. It's not like it just came out. This was a 2017 release. Like, it's not a new game. I don't know.
Right.
I don't see anything wrong with it personally.
And if you read down in the comments, you're like, you don't see Nintendo doing that. You don't see Nintendo putting their exclusives on PC. Like,
not yet. Not yet. They're about to go into that that partnership with what was it, Xbox, where they do
crossplay.
Crossplay. So at least Xbox games will be on the Switch, and we might see them go the opposite direction too. How?
I guess. Well, because this was a PS4 exclusive. Like, I don't know.
But you're about to see Halo on the Switch.
I guess. Okay. Yes.
Hey, you don't see Nintendo doing it though.
Oh, fair enough.
They're accepting them.
Well, I got Mario on my phone. I got a really terrible version of Mario Kart that I can play anytime I want to.
It's getting better. We can do tournaments now against each other.
Pass. Thanks. Hard pass. So, Kate, you're okay with this?
I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm not offended. I'm not betrayed. I'm not upset. I don't see any. I don't know. I'm not like understanding why there's a big deal about it.
No, not at all.
Well, when you start talking exclusives, that's the thing. Is it's like, did you have an exclusive? Did I have to pay for exclusivity when I bought into the PlayStation version of it? And now that it's not exclusive anymore, then what? We saw all this when Destiny was doing its thing. There were a lot of PlayStation exclusives, and once the exclusivity ran out with PlayStation, then Xbox people were able to get it and all sorts of stuff. But I don't know, like it's just money, right? Like these people are, if you really wanted it, you would have got a PlayStation. That was the whole point.
Yep.
Now that it's on PC, how long has this game been out?
2017 it came out, 3 years.
Yeah, who cares?
It's not a spring chicken, as they say.
If it were like a tournament style game, right? Where like because I was playing on PlayStation, I had some advantage.
Yeah.
This is a single player game. Who
Yeah.
Makes
cares?
no difference. Makes no difference.
I don't know. It's coming to PC in summer, and there's so many just ridiculous like tweets of people being angry.
Well, I see that we have a response tweet.
Yeah, Matt, you should read this one in a dramatic voice. One of your dramatic voices.
What the bleep is wrong with you people? We made a game. You enjoyed it. Now some more people get to enjoy it. And somehow that takes away from your enjoyment? Please be kind to yourselves. Your enjoyment of the game has not diminished because some more people get to play it.
There
Yeah,
it is.
Boom.
As Penny would say, who body get to play this game?
Who buddy get to play this game? Everybody get to play this game.
I
All
think it's
body
gonna
get to
look.
play.
I think Horizon Zero Dawn is gonna look amazing on the PC. I think maybe people are
I
upset
think
about
it's gonna
mods.
glitch like crazy.
You do?
Oh yeah,
I don't.
I really do. Well, because
maybe-
usually the PC
No,
ports are far, the
That's-
original games are far superior to the inferior PC ports. We saw that with like Batman and stuff like that. I hope beyond hope that it is good, but I'm not.
I don't know. Red Dead turned out really good on PC according to people's.
Did it?
It glitched.
Allegedly.
The first bit was glitchy. Like they had some bugs to fix, but yeah.
But overall, for a game of that size, and
Well, even
I
like
didn't
still like
see
thinking of
anybody
that.
complaining.
Thinking that like that horse you just got, like that was a PC exclusive, but look at you now.
Yeah, on PS4 with the
yeah, cash me
PC
outside.
exclusive horse. Get bent.
I think that's great. I love that.
I don't think there's anything wrong
More-
with it.
more,
I think
please.
it's fun and cool, and I don't.
Hey, play the games you like and don't worry about what other people play, okay?
That's true.
Yeah, get off my back about it.
Yeah,
That's
that's
good
right.
advice. I don't know. I don't know what else there really was to say about it. Just that I'm surprised in this day and age. Why am I surprised
Why
That's
not?
I guess
true.
I shouldn't
Why
be
are you
surprised.
Yeah.
that in this day and age people are angry about something like this? Like,
Well,
there's
if it helps,
there's no
to take-
toilet paper. There's no toilet paper, and people are smashing their PCs because Horizon Zero Dawn's coming out on
Oh
PC.
yeah, that was a terrible idea.
That's a really bad
was a terrible idea.
idea.
Yeah. Well, hey, let us know in the comment section below what do you think? Do you think that's Horizon coming to the PC was a great idea? Do you have a PC? Does this even matter to you? Like,
Exclusive games
I don't
coming
know.
to another place. Did you leave a hater comment?
how would that be bad for anybody? We don't
know.
understand. So if you are on the other side of the argument, please help us understand a little bit. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this episode 82 of the Free Play Podcast. We are in season 3. That's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
Be sure to check us out on all your podcast platforms. That's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, radio.com, anywhere else that podcast can be found. And if you can't find us where you listen to podcasts, let me know. Bubba at
Too bad.
lovethynerd.com. Yeah, get bent. Who cares,
Sorry,
right?
Too bad.
But let me know, Bubba at lovethynerd.com, and we'll do what we can to get us on there. I will also say that if you have an RSS feed, which you can get from our website at lovethynerd.com/freeplay, you can pump it into any aggregator that you want, website or otherwise. Doesn't matter to me, but you can always listen to our podcast right there on lovethynerd.com/freeplay. If you're not already a part of our Love Thy Nerd Facebook group, just do it. It's super simple. Go to Facebook and search for Love Thy Nerd. 2 things are going to pop up. Our page, go ahead and like that, follow us there, and also our Facebook group. So if you request to join, and I say request because we are super duper locked airtight on that thing, the only way you're going to be able to get in is if you answer our past question phrase, which is really hard. It's what's up, nerd. You literally respond with anything and we'll let you in. But we decline a lot of people who don't answer that question. So the reason is if you answer the question, you read the guidelines for the community. That's all it is. It's not gatekeeping. It's just helping direct you towards what you know you're getting yourself into. So do me a favor. If you have invited somebody into the community, they don't know. That's not how Facebook works. So go ahead and tell them you've invited them so that they can check their stuff to see that they need to respond to that question. That's a long way to say, just be responsible. And if you answer that question, we'll let you straight in and you can be a part of all the memes and conversations that we have on a daily basis. You can also find Love Thy Nerd on aforementioned Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Love Thy Nerd on all three of those things. And be sure to follow the Free Play Podcast on Twitter at Free Play Podcast so you can vote on meaningless polls like the Thunderdome poll.
That's not what it says.
I meant meaningless.
I put meaningful. I changed it.
Oh, you erased it?
Yeah.
I read what needed to be read. Okay.
Bubba knew what I meant
I think
to
the
write.
people understand.
It's fine.
Yep. I changed it.
You'll be fine.
Well, hey, you know what, guys? Thank you so much for joining us. Once again, I'm Bubba Stallcup.
I'm Thunderdome champion.
Get out of freaking here.
Matt Warmbier.
I'm Kate Katawati. What? Kate Katawaki. Thunderdome, second place. First the worst, second the best.
Hey.
Glad you had a laugh.
No.
All right. It's
Gross.
whatever.
Hey, for our cut
I
man,
hate
Jonathan
this.
Clausen, we'll catch you next week. And remember, if nobody else tells you this, remember it's true that Jesus loves you, nerds.
You have been listening to the Free Play Podcast with Bubba Stallcup, Matt Warmbier, and Kate Katawaki, part of the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network. Be sure to rate and review the show and share on all the social media.
What's up, nerds? My name is Bubba Stallcup, and you are listening to the Free Play Podcast, part of the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network. Start over, redo.